Today we're going to be playing with these envelope pockets which are stuffed with goodies. I'm going to show you how to make the bases, and then once you've actually filled them up, I'll then show you how you can use them in your junk journals. So please do join me. Hi everyone, welcome to Hilltop View Journals. I finished my last video making these lovely envelope pocket hidden journaling spots, and I had 3 more on the go, so I thought the first thing I'm going to do this week is finish these off, and then I can use them in the variety of journals that I've got. I'm sort of surrounded on my desk with lots of lovely bits and bobs. I've got some gorgeous handmade wax seals from Faith Grits, and I will leave a link to her channel in the description box. Then I've got some of what I've made, some sort of scrappy clusters. Some of them are half finished, some of them are completely finished, and I've got the same then. These are page tabs. And I've sorted them out into piles. So I've got sort of pinky there, I've got natural here, and I've got an absolute ton of blue ones. I don't know why I've got a ton of blue ones, but I seem to have gone nuts on the blue. So I'm going to decorate these, and the first thing I need to do is put the pockets in them. And I'm going to kind of do them together really, just to get the process flowing. So each one's going to look very similar, and let's cut some pockets out of this print. And if I remember, I'll leave a link to the shop that I got this from. Okay, let's cut. Oops, sorry. Let's cut this. So I'm just going to do some really simple pockets. And I'm going to spend the whole week actually finishing off projects this week, because I'm gathering lots of ephemera, and what I don't want to end up with is a ton of ephemera stored away that I never use, which happens a lot in my world. Okay, so let's have a look. I think this one I want more of the sort of yellowy, although I would like some pink as well. So right, let's do that. And make a little mark and chop it down. So I hope everyone's enjoying the collaboration. I am absolutely loving it. So much to watch and learn from different crafters. Okay, so that fits there, like that. And then this one, oh, I do like that blue like that. But then I do want pink as well. You've got to have some pink. Right, let's go for that one. It's a heck of a thing to organise 100 days of collaborations. So, gotta give my wholehearted thanks to Rachel for organising it all, and for all the support that she gives to the smaller channels like myself. What have I done there now? Done that too small. Why have I done that too small? Wasn't concentrating, was I? I was chatting. Right, we're going for pink. Yeah, as I was saying, So her efforts, along with the lovely established collaborators, you know, the established artists then, who agreed to join Rachel in the collaboration, which then helps all the smaller channels get exposure. And yeah, it's great for us. Right, so I'm gonna, instead of cutting this down, I'm gonna wrap this one round, I think. And yes, we've got enough, so I can have a pocket on the back there. So let's just make sure I get this straight. Okay, great. Okay, so what I need to do is just chop that down a little bit. And then I want to put my little thumb notches in. It's not totally straight. I think that goes like that. So let's try and work out where the middle is-ish. This is very thin paper, and my punch doesn't really like it. So it does tend to have a little bit of a strop at times. Like everything else around me, I think. Okay, so we've got this one. So let's grab some paper. Have I got any scrap paper? You'd think I'd have some scrap paper around, wouldn't you? That's better. A bit more meanable. And this one. Okay, so I'm just going to ink around all of these and come back and glue them down. Okay, these are all nicely inked now. So all I need to do is wrap them around, add a bit of glue, so I think once you've made a couple of these, you can then look at all the different alternatives that you can make. So, you know, here you could have a pocket going that way, you could have a belly band in there. I mean, there's just so many different things you could do. It's great. And I think they're really easy to make. Well, let's just trim that back a little bit. And I've just slit open this, so I need to glue that back up. No harm done there. Okay, so that's that one done. And let's do this one. So make sure you've got it the right way up. Do I want it that way or that way? No, I want it. Let's do it like that. Make sure you don't glue it too close to the crease. that one. Love this yellow colour. It's very summery. Okay. And then we need to add in our pocket in the front. So if I just grab this one, on this one I did a ripped pocket there, and on this one I didn't do a pocket, I just did some layering. So I think on this version I definitely want to do another pocket because I think it's quite plain. So I've got some more of these pieces left, so I thought I might as well use them up. That's not going to fit, so that fits on there quite nicely. So I'm just going to mark where I need to trim that off. There's no point in me trying to cut it because I know I won't cut it straight. And let's grab that scrap piece of paper again. Just a bit of an ink there. And we'll make a very simple pocket there so it looks like it's stepped. What I could do with this one is make this into a corner tuck. So I just need to glue that side and that side. There we go. That one there, like that. And then this one, I am thinking of using one of these lovely faux seals. Mind you, I could use that on there as well. So that's an idea. Right, so which one do I want? I'm very tempted to go with the gold, actually. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm just going to glue a little bit there so that it's sort of like a pocket come tuck spot. So that's that one. We've got this one and we've got this one. Now I did pull out this, but I don't think it's going to work because I was going to use it on there and then I changed my mind. So I'm just wondering actually whether I can use that on the back. So that creates a tuck spot there. I think that will work. And then that would, it's a bit big there. That's the only problem with that one. does go really nice though with it. What about this one? So if it goes like that, and again it's a little bit too big on there. That one I've got a pocket on the back anyway. So what I can do to get around that is have that on the back and cut this bit off so it doesn't wrap around. So I'll keep that. Ink that, and then, so where do I want this? So I need to glue it down that edge and down that edge. So I think what I'll do is I'll glue the bottom first, just to get it into position. And I kind of want it like that. So this is going to be a floating pocket. I think I'll stick this one in a journal so I won't decorate the back. And I just need to put just a little bit of glue along here just to glue that in place. So we've got that pretty little element there. It's got a bit of glue on, but that's okay. And do I want this? I think that would look really pretty, but I need to take this bit off because it's too big. And maybe I can just cut these bits down as well. We'll have a little bit of that lace sticking over. I'm just trying to work out, yes, that is the right way. So there we go. I think that is lovely. So I'm going to just add a little bit of glue to hold this in place. Like that, and then what I'll do is I'll just glue the side, and then this could potentially be a tuck spot. We'll see how it goes. So thank you very much, Faith, for these beautiful seals. They are perfect for this project. So I've got my little tuck spot there. Oh, let's just glue that little bit there as well, just so it doesn't go awry. And we've still got that on the back to do. So that's what we've got so far. And we've got this one. Don't think I need to do anything else to that. On the front, got that, and I've got that on the back, which is lush. And then this one. So this is looking rather plain at the minute, and we can't have that. So I've got to find the right blue, which could be a bit tricky. Oh, I like that. I do like that, but it's a bit big. I think it could be these two. Oh, what about this one? This is cute. Now, I wonder if I can make this into a tuck spot. I don't think I've got enough. Let's try it out. And I've got this card. No, that's no good. Okay, Okay, so I could have something like that. I think that will work. So what I need to do first of all is just glue that bit there. I'm not too sure if I can make it into a tuck spot, but we'll give it a go. So if I just glue it from about there, yep, that works. So we'll just ink this up and keep this little postcard, and then I can work out what other ephemera goes with it. And I would also like a little flower there for sure. But I don't know where all my flowers are. Bear with me. I think this white flower looks nice. So let's just add that there like that. I think I'll probably take that off. Oh, doesn't like it. It doesn't want to come off, but it's going to get in the way of the journal. There we go. I'll add a little bit of glue there to repair it. Yeah, it's good. It's working out nicely. So I've got that pocket and I've got that pocket, and there'll be that pocket. And so I think the next thing I will do is, let's have a look. I don't want to decorate these yet. I think what I want to do now is I want to make the little notepads. So let me go and gather all my bits and pieces for that. So I'm going to try and make these as quickly as I can and not faff about too much. Excuse me. So I've got some strips of tea dye paper there, and I've got just some old book pages there, nicely aged, and I've got some tissue paper, piece of vellum that was hanging around. I'm going to keep those for something else, and then I've got some of this paper as well. So all I'm going to do, and I thought I'd use this as a piece that, you know, so like a decorative piece. So I just want to very quickly fold these and then get them in some kind of order. So I think, like, if you do that, and then so this piece probably needs to be a bit longer to go there, like that, so you get two layers. It's like two different blues there. And let's have a pink as well. To go in there. So that's one. Now these may be too long, but for now I'm just going to fold them, and then I can work out how to cut them at the end. Let's pop that on there. I haven't really got any other colour strips, so let's that. So that's another one. And then let's use this one for the last one. So I don't know which is going to be which. This is the right. This is the longest one, and that probably goes there. Actually, that fits quite well. And I'm guessing this one will probably go in that one, and that will go in that one. So I'm going to now chop these down with that very noisy decal edge cutter, and then we'll see what we've ended up with. It's got my 3 little scrappy notepads here, so that was a little bit easier than the first time I did it. A bit more seasoned at it now, so you just got to play with just the edges really. And then what I was going to do was I've cut this strip of paper here, and then I was going to use that as the cover, just sort of wrap around there. So I think that works nice on that one and this one, but I think I'll have to cut it a little bit smaller on the other one. So that works well there. So let's get my decal edge here again. And apologies for the noise. So first of all, let's just trim this. So it doesn't like it when it hasn't got much to cut. And all I need to do is ink this around now, and then I'm going to zip them through my sewing machine, but you could quite as easily glue each page together, hold it with a clamp, and then it'll be glued, or you could staple it, or you could even do a small little 3-hole pamphlet stitch at the top of each one there. So it's whatever you're comfortable with in terms of binding, but I'm just going to ink around the edges now and do some stitching. So here are my little books. You can see where I've just gone through on the sewing machine and stitched them. And what I like about doing that is they're quite easy to rip off then, if you just wanted to use this as a little scrappy notebook. So I got to remember now which goes in where, haven't I? So yep, so that goes down there. So we want that to go like that. So let's glue that in place first. You want to make sure you don't glue it too close to that bend there. So that will go like that, so it's hidden nicely. And let me think now, I think this is the tallest one, is it? Oh, yeah, that's the tallest one. So that one goes in there. So let's add some glue on the back here. Okay. And of course you can ink the bits as well, which I will do off camera instead of boring you. So that's that one. Done that one, and we've done that one. And then these do add a little bit of bulk. So I've used 1, 2, 3, 4, either 4 or 5 sheets, depending on the type of paper. But that's probably the maximum for this kind of project. So there we go, and this covers then that tab nicely. There we go, and that's that one. So far, so good. Now, what I haven't thought about, and you probably were shouting at me right at the very beginning, but just in case you've forgotten, is these do kind of need some form of closure. And I've hidden this one behind the belly band. So that one, I'm not going to be able to hide. So I'm going to think of an idea for that. And one idea has come to me already, but it's not perfect by any shot. This one I could still hide. I could still put something across there and then decorate it. So I'll need to do that for sure. And this one is fine because I am going to glue that in place. So you won't be able to see that one. So I think that's what I'm going to need to do next is the closure. Yeah, that's going to be a much better idea. Right, okay, let's get my masking tape. So it's fine because I'm going to be gluing this pocket in place. So this will be covered. It'll be hidden by the journaling page. Hopefully that will help things to not get stuck. And then there we go. That'll be fine like that. Cut that there. It's a little bit uneven. Really needed the shorter bit on the other side. Yeah, it doesn't matter which way I tie it. But that looks quite pretty like that. Right, I'm going to grab some pink twine. So I'm going to do exactly the same on this one. But what I am going to want to do on this one is cover the twine. So what I may actually do is stitch it in place and then cut it. So what I can do is sort of stitch it here and here, or here and here, and then I don't need that middle bit, and that'll cut down a little bit on or you could glue it, of course, but it'll be easier, I think, to stitch it. It'll be more secure. So this is the back. So what I'm going to do now is just cut that off and cut that off like that, and then that can tie around there like that and keep it shut there. And now then, what to do with this problem child? So I think what I'm going to do on this one, and it is going to affect the pocket a little bit, but only just, is I'm going to put some eyelets in, methinks. And let's have a look here. Got my crocodile and I've got some eyelets here. So we need to put an eyelet So you're going to really see it on this side. So I think I will put the eyelet front there. Oh. Oh, I still haven't done it. Push it right. Try again. Come on, try again. Okay, so that's that there, and then so you do see that there, but it's minor. But I'll do the eyelet on this side, the punch. So let's try and see where that is. It needs to go back there. So I don't want to go in too far because it'll affect the size of the pocket. But it can't be helped. So of course it cuts into that bit there, but there we go. Lesson learned. And what we can do now is put some, I think I will, what colour do I want? I think I'll stick with the twine. So we're going for a rustic shabby chic. Is there such a thing? I don't know. So this avoids anything having to be put in the back there. So a little bit there. Another bit there. And now I can close like that. There. So that's resolved that little problem. So the only thing left to do now with these, apart from stuff them, which is probably going to be very boring for you to watch, but what I need to do is just do a little bit of decorating. So I've got enough decorating, or enough embellishments on the front there. I got yellow fingers from the ink. So I don't think I need to do anything more. I just need to add some more cards to that one. But I think I'd like to put something there and something on there. And then I won't be doing anything on the back on this one. With this one then, I think it's got enough on the front. But again, I've got the two middle pieces to do. So that's what I need to do there. And on this one, again, I've got the middle to do and I've already done the back. So it's just these really. And I think I know what I'm going to do for these two. And I think I'm going to use my little rustic tabs here. So that can go on there like that. And so you'll just see it peeping out there, and on the back I can then, oh, I got this one to decorate as well, so I can decorate over it. So let's do that first. These tabs are amazing. You can just use them for so many different projects. They're so handy to have in your stash. And I've never made them before. So it's something new on me. So thank you Crafty by Tony and Louise Hensel for the idea. And what I might do is try and make this into a tuck spot as well. Let's just see if it's worked. Yep, that that will work as a tuck spot. And let's do the back now. So on the back it'll be this way round. And let's have a look at some of the goodies I've got here. So I am definitely going to be making more of these tonight. Absolutely. They are so much fun. I've got quite a lot of blue in this, so it would be nice to have a bit of blue in there. But then I got a lot of green as well. So I think that one is looking good. So let's pop that on. And if you just have a look at the makeup of this, it just is a piece of scrappy music paper, and then I've used 3 different pieces of scrap fabric. Well, that's like a piece of lace, and then this is fabric, and then I've used some cut-offs from the sewing machine, and then I've glued that little flower on it. So as easy as that. So the only other thing to do is something there, and I think for that I'm going to use some cards. I think some little labels, because I don't want to add too much bulk to it. There we go. I think that's nice enough, and it's nice and flat as well. So apart from stuffing this full of goodies, that one is done. And let's go on to this one. So we've used a tab there. So on here, that certainly fits there. Oh, we could go a little bit more plain. I think plain looks nice actually. Okay, let's do that and add it in. I don't know what about you, but when I make these, and I am literally just sitting on the sofa at night and just having some fun with these things. Then once I've made them, I don't want to use them. It's like, oh, but they may go better in a different project, or, you know. Could make that into text spot, but it's quite bulky as it is, so I'll just leave it like that. And this will be filled anyway. And so for these, I think I need to stick with pink, I think. There we go. I just add a little bit of sewing pattern paper there. So that's fine, that's fine. I'm not doing the back. So that one is done. Okay, so we've just got this one to do. And again, that's all we've got to do is the pocket and this front bit here. Kind of don't want to cover up the flowers, they're so pretty. Now what I am thinking of doing is just using that and using a white one there, I think. So let's cut that, grab a white flower, or even a beige one. Oh, that's pretty. Let's pop that on. And I think I can make this into a tuck spot. So I just need to glue this bit. These are perfect for tuck spots, these little tabs. think that will work just nicely. So I just need to punch a little hole in it. So this is a really small punch. It's a Fiskars version. I'm just going to get that somehow in there. There we go. I don't think I'll put anything in it because it's just going to get a bit bulky. So let's just... and maybe a little bit of lace behind it. Oh, do you know what I've done? No, I haven't. I thought I'd done it the wrong way round. Oh, I thought then, oh, I've done it upside down. Let's just check these ones. No, I haven't done them upside down. It's been a long day. Okay, so that is that done. So, and there we are. We can just then tie them up. So what I'll do now is I'll go and have a play with some of my tags because I know I need to decorate them. And I'll probably decorate them on Instagram or something like that. Do a reel on there to share so I can raise awareness of RachandBella Crafts collaboration at the same time. And then I will come back on camera with 3 very stuffed envelope come hidden journaling spots for you. I'll just tie them up for now to keep them nice and neat on my desk. And this will probably take me a little while to gather everything, but it'll be back in a jiffy for you. See you in 2 ticks. I've actually ended up with 5 stuffed pockets full of ephemera. These 2 have got nothing on the back, so I can secure them in place with glue, which reminds me, let's put my not so trusty glue gun on. Then these 3 have got things on the back, so they need to be floating in some way. And of course I've made these without having anywhere in mind for them to go. You could make them for specific purposes, so you could choose then the size. You can see here I've got quite a tall envelope. This is really quite a small one. This is the stained one I made. This one again is a tall one. I think I've just got 2 small ones and I've got 3 quite tall ones here. So you can make them to suit whichever page they're going on, or be like me and just try and squeeze them in somewhere at the end of the process, just on the fly. So what I wanted to do first, just get one of the ones that hasn't got anything on the back. So there's that one and there's this one. This was the original one that I made. And it's probably the least stuffed, I guess. But what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to add some pages to that. So it's going to be a journaling card as well. Just pop that in place again. So not all these pockets are finished. And obviously I'll just play with them as I go along, I think. But let's just pop that in there. Okay. So what I wanted to do is grab this journal, which is nowhere near finished, but it's the one I made from Masterboards. And I've got a pocket there, and I've got a pocket there. So you can see that my front and back cover isn't finished. I've got no embellishments on them. And the inside covers, I've got no embellishments on them either. So I've got 4 sides to play with, and the ones that haven't got anything on the back are perfect to add to these journal covers. And I could put it there. I'm thinking actually to put it on the front because I really like it, and I just think it's a really nifty thing to do. This is going to be my personal journal. It's really scrappy, so I wouldn't give it away to anyone. And I'm actually going to stitch some small signatures come notebooks in there when we come to that part of the collaboration. So this could actually go anywhere on here. Oh, maybe I'll put it on the inside. Yeah, let's do that. Let's put it on the inside. I may come up with another bright idea for the front. And what I want to do then, so I'm just going to leave that like that. And of course, when I glue this in, I will have an additional pocket that I can pop something in there as well. And I know exactly what I'm going to pop in there. So I'm going to leave that definitely as an option. And all I want to do then is glue the 3 sides. And what I would like to do to try and make this easier, what you can do as well is, once you know where you're putting something, you can put some pretty washi on either side then as well, just to give it a little bit more, I'm going to laugh and say security. I know washi doesn't give you security. Let's just pop that like that for now. Right, so I've opened it up because it's just going to be easier to glue. And let's see, which is going to be the trickiest bit to glue. Probably this side. So I'm going to glue that side first. The other thing you could actually do is create a belly band with it. If it's in the right position, you could actually just glue the top and the bottom and slip something behind it. You could even hide things. So that might be a nice idea. Right, so I'm going to put quite a nice amount of glue down here. Just try and slip this under there somehow. Excuse me, I've got a bit of a croaky voice today. I'm going to add a bit more glue to this. Glue that down a little bit. And that is my pocket number, or envelope pocket number 1. Even though I actually made this with a digital kit, but don't tell anyone. And obviously I could do some more embellishing, put different things in the pockets. I could even add a little tuck spot there. I mean, the world is your oyster with these little beauties. You can do as much as you like with them. So that's idea number 1, is add it to your journal cover, front or back, inside, whichever way you fancy doing it. Just make sure you've got enough room. This is going to grow. I could always change up the spine, but I don't mind having gator mouths for my own personal journals. So that's that idea. So the next idea I've got is for one of the taller envelope pockets, and they work perfectly with belly bands. So I'm going to slip this under here. So just a reminder, this has actually got a back to it as well. So you've got lots of lovely space there. So I'm going to pop that in there. And so that is held together really nicely. You want, when you're using these tabs, you want to consider which side the tab is on. But then this is a fabric belly band, so that works really well then. So that's on sort of one of the back insides of this flip-flop journal. So yeah, works really well with belly bands when you've got both sides of the envelope pocket to play with. So this is one of the smaller envelope pockets. And I think they are actually more versatile when it comes to if you're not sure about where to put them in your journals, because they do actually fit in more places. So what works really well with these, if you want this to be floating, and I do with this one because I've still got lots of goodies stuffed in the back, you can use a hidden paper clip. So this is in one of my other videos where I've used masterboards to create the hidden paper clip. So all you need to do is flip it open, and again, just consider where, if you've used tabs, just consider where you're going to place this on which side. And then what you can do is you can just slot your hidden paper clip there. And that will then become a tab, and then you can tie it back up. And you can move it about as you see fit. So that's another great way of using the floating pocket idea. So this is my work in progress folder. So I haven't actually bound these in yet because I'm using elastic bands, so I can play around with these. And of course, as they get more and more stuffed, I can then take pages out. So you can see there that's going to make this quite bulky. So it is something for you to consider when you're making your journal. But if you use something like this work in progress folder, you can then gauge how big your journal cover is going to be required at the end. So the other thing you can do, let's choose another signature, but you can only do this before, you have to make this decision before you bind, is with the smaller ones, you can actually bind these in. So let me just show you. And I'll pop that, and that will go that way. I'm not sure if that will go that way. Yes, it will. So this is going to be landscape. So let's just pop it on a plain page here. So you'll want to bind it where your scrappy paper's to the left, and then you've got the middle there. And I'm just going to slip this in place. Try not to damage it too much. So that's in the middle there. So then that's what you've got on the front of your signature, and this is what you've got on the back. And so you could either tie it in here or on the side there. I think I'll tie it inside for now. I'll make a decision when I put this journal together. There we go. So that's another idea. You can bind them straight into your journal. So can you imagine the size of this now? It's going to be a beast. So this one, again, I'm not going to have anything on the back. So I'm going to glue this straight in place, and it's perfect for decorating your journal signatures. So you're going to want to have a nice sturdy piece of cardstock. I've got 180 GSM paper here, and I'm going to glue that straight in place, and I just think the colours work really well. So I'm going to cover that. I'm not going to create an additional pocket with this one. I am just going to glue this in place liberally. Of course, you could create tuck spots here, the belly band idea, but I think I've got enough in here already. I don't need any more. I'm just going to add just a little bit more glue to get it in place. Let's undo this so I can see what I'm doing. Oops, gone a bit overboard there. Stephanie, use a bit of washi to cover my messy gluing. And then try and make less of a mess on this side. There we are, that is more than well glued. I don't think I created a tuck spot there. Thought I'd missed a tuck spot then. And then, so yeah, these make lovely signature covers. And so you can see then how much ephemera you've got to play with, and then you could add them to the journal as and when you want to. So those are my ideas for using these lovely stuffed envelope pockets. So I hope you found this tutorial useful, as well as the previous tutorial on how I make my tags and embellish them. As you can see, these are really, really versatile little embellishments for your junk journals, and I hope you will give them a go. We are on the last day of week 4 today, so week 5 starts with RachandBella Crafts 100 Days of Junk Journal Ideas, and today we have the absolutely beautiful Marie from Crafty Landing. I cannot wait to see what she comes up with. I love her style and I love what she creates, so she's bound to have an absolute treat for us. So please do check out her tutorial and her channel and see what she's been up to. She does have the most beautiful projects to show everyone, so please do show her support. And next week, so week 5, which starts tomorrow, is going to be quirky and unusual journals. So that's going to be an interesting one, and I'm up again on Sunday. So I will be showing you some of what I class to be my quirky journals. I think most of mine, you could say, are quirky, but you know, the beauty's in the eye of the beholder, I think. So please do catch up with me on Sunday, and tomorrow RachandBella and Bella Crafter Studios will be back with their freebies and freebie challenge, and maybe something different to look at. Who knows? It's a surprise. Nobody knows what's coming, so I can't wait to see what happens tomorrow. So please do tune in, and if you enjoyed this video, please do give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you like my content, and I will see you soon. Bye bye for now.
When we were young, running from all things at once, without thinking twice. And I knew it would catch up, and that we would be the ones left behind. The stories I've been told